everyone. In this video, I'm going to share with you how you can lose belly fat really quickly, really effectively, and this is applicable for men, women, teenagers, just absolutely everyone. I'm going to give you some supplements you can try, and I'm also going to give you some workout routines and just some general health advice on how you can lose that belly fat really fast, effectively, and how you can just get ripped and toned. So stay with me. So one of the biggest hindrances people have when it comes to losing belly fat, in my opinion, is just consistency. So if you want to lose that belly fat and you really want to trim up and actually start to see your abdomen and stuff like that, there's a few things you can do, and it's really just revolves around being consistent. So of course, yes, you're going to have to exercise. Let's just get that right out of the way. Yes, you're going to have to do some cardio, and check out my link in the description below discussing how much cardio you have to do to lose weight, but you're going to have to do some exercise. 2, you're going to have to clean up your diet just a little bit, and you're going to have to monitor your sleeping, because that's really important. You can't lose weight if you're not sleeping properly. Also, you have to manage your stress levels, because your stress actually affects how much weight you hold and how much fat you retain. So you're going to have to manage your stress levels. And on top of all that, you're going to have to consume lots and lots of water, and just make sure your diet is on point. You don't want to have all sorts of processed sugars and carbs and whatnot. And you also want to stay away from things like enriched wheat flour, because all of those things are going to hinder your ability to lose that belly fat. So there's a few things I suggest you can try. First, let's get into the exercise routine. What I recommend doing typically for people that want to lose belly fat is working out consistently for about 4 to 5 days a week with maybe 2 days off, and you have to do cardio every single workout. Typically I recommend 15 to 20 minutes per workout of cardio, and I also recommend doing it in a way of high intensity interval training. So in essence, you're basically doing, an example is sprints, and then you're going to do like a walking pace. Or if you're doing any sort of lifting movement, you want to do a high repetition with a great amount of volume. So you want to do like 15, 20, 30 reps of that movement, and then you want to take a short break and then go back to it again. Basically, you want to keep your heart rate constantly up, and you can bring it down briefly during your rest period, but for the most part, you want to be kind of like aggressively burning fat. So if you are also interested in doing intermittent fasting, it's something that obviously, and if you're a subscriber of mine, you know I'm a huge proponent of fasting. I think it's one of the most effective ways you can lose weight, lose belly fat. So I recommend checking out my videos on intermittent fasting down below, or if you have any questions about intermittent fasting, just shoot me a message on, again, Instagram, or hit me an email, and I'll be more than happy to help you with that. But I'm not going to make this video about fasting. I'm just going to say that it's something you can apply if you're interested in losing belly fat. So let's get into the actual supplementation on what you can take to assist with your belly fat reduction. And I'm going to recommend 3 different things for now. The first one is L-carnitine. And it's actually something that I had taken when I was doing like a lot of weight loss, and I was really interested in bodybuilding, kind of like just trimming up, losing that belly fat myself, because I did have quite a bit that I had to get rid of. Now, L-carnitine is a type of amino acid that benefits energy levels by transporting fatty acids into the mitochondria, where they can be burned up and used as fuel, in essence. So I highly recommend doing that, especially if you're consistently working out, as I had mentioned. So L-carnitine, give it a shot, because it can actually help lose or shed away some of that extra little bit of belly fat that you might want to get rid of. Next, I want you to try, number 2, CLA. And don't mind me if I mispronounce this a bit. It's called conjugated linoleic acid, CLA. And basically, it's an effective kind of stimulant or supplement that will help with weight loss. Now, CLA and L-carnitine, both of these, they vary person to person. And actually, there have been some studies done, but it's not effective in some people, and it is effective in others. And that's why it's something you might have to try out for yourself. Personally, I didn't notice too much of a result when using CLA, but that could be just simply because it wasn't effective on me. And actually, if you go into a lot of forums where people are talking about the general use of CLA, a lot of them report to have results, and then quite a few report that they don't even notice anything at all. So it's one of those things you might want to try it yourself. And with these supplements, try them individually for a span of about 2 weeks to 3 weeks each one. Don't just do them all at once, because then you're not going to have a good sense of which one is actually effective for you. It's better to try them individually. That way you can kind of gauge the results, and you're not just blowing money and wasting money on kind of like sugar pills at that point. They're not really doing anything. But also consider there is a added placebo to taking these things. If you think and you really kind of brain train yourself that you're losing weight, you're burning fat, who's to say you're not, right? In the way this world goes, especially when you have, double-blind, triple-blind studies that actually prove that placebo effects are effective methods of doing just about anything with your physiology. So, okay, let's get into the third one, which is actually going to be yohimbine. And yohimbine is actually a supplement that comes off of the bark of a tree. And I believe the tree is in Africa, if I'm not mistaken. But this tree bark, it actually, and a lot of people report that it actually has effects in terms of your hormones and actually can affect your hormone levels. Now, here's the interesting thing. When I took yohimbine, one of the side effects is that you can actually get a little bit emotional. And when I took it years ago, I was one of those people that actually had that side effect. Like I generally felt overly emotional from the supplement. So it could work in terms of your weight loss, and it actually has a lot of people reporting benefits to it in terms of cutting their belly fat and just losing weight. But it's something to consider, to look at those side effects and make sure, again, if you're taking these supplements, try it individually one by one. That way you can actually gauge if you're getting the results or if you're just simply experiencing the side effects. So for yohimbine, it may have worked well for me, but it wasn't worth the extra added emotional turmoil which came with it. So try that one out for yourself. All these 3 supplements are really cheap, and I suggest you have a look at the links in the description below if you want to go to the stores. I'm not affiliated with these in any way, but I just recommend you try these out, along with, again, sleeping well, exercising consistently 4 or 5 days a week with 20-minute cardio per session, and consider doing intermittent fasting, again, about 3 to 5 days a week. Check the videos in the description below for more info on intermittent fasting, and that's generally it. So give these 3 supplements a try. Try these approaches to losing weight and burning that belly fat. I hope it helps you. I've also specifically made videos on these supplements, so again, down below is all the links you need. Thank you for watching as always, and I hope it was informative. I hope it helped you. Give it a thumbs up if it did, and share it with your friends if you think it's going to help them. I will catch you again in that next one. Take care.